And there we go. And there we go. What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to PowerWash Simulator. PowerWash Simulator. Cannot believe I'm in this, doing this game. But man, I don't know. There's something about PowerWash that I have failed to really enjoy until now, because I can do it under the sea. And who doesn't want to do it under the sea? Audio echo. Okay, hang on one second. Thank you for letting me know. Hang on. Audio echo. Hang on, guys. I gotta fix the echo. This happens to me every time with the echo. All right. You guys still hear me? Let me know if we fix the echo. Hopefully that fixed the echo. What's up, Mr. Lord Beavis? How are you doing? This is in about an hour. Too low. Okay. Is the echo gone? Well, let's fix one problem at a time. Is the echo gone? If the echo is gone, I can fix the next problem. Okay. Hard to tell if the echo is gone. Okay. Hang on. All right, how about now? Let me know if we have an echo now, and if the volume is good. Good, sweet. Have you guys have any of you guys played this yet? Like, I'm sure you guys have played PowerWash Simulator, but have you guys tried the SpongeBob part of this thing? So I tried PowerWash Simulator when it came out, and me and Todd jumped in there, and we're like, all right, this isn't bad. We'll check it out. Hang on one second. I want to, where's my settings? I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit. Options, audio. Turn that master volume down a little bit. That's a little bit better. Maybe a little bit higher. Yeah, me and Todd tried it. I was okay. Like, I thought it was fun, but haven't really been back to it since. But now, I'm down. I'm into this thing, man. And I'm hopeful they have more stuff, because they have, on the flat side, they have a ton of downloadable content for this game. So that's got me pretty damn excited. Let me just say hello to the chat real quick. And I don't have it in my headset again because I'm on the Quest. So hang on a second. I got to look up here. And you guys said no game audio? Should have game audio now. All right, let's play a little bit. The echo is back. Ay, ay, ay. Well, there's not much to hear game audio-wise, guys, except for me cleaning. Anyway. And I'm going to talk through most of this anyway. So I'll fix it as we go, but mainly this is going to be us kind of chatting as I clean shit on Bikini Bottom. That's all. So weird to get the echo, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting the echo from my headset into the mic. Yep, the echo is back. I know. Sorry, guys. I'll try and fix it as we go, but I want to start cleaning a little bit and get going. And like literally all you're hearing right now, there's not a ton of like audio in this game anyway. I mean, basically you're listening to the power washer. Anyway. And I almost want to turn that off. Like just to hear the power washer for like all that time on end is like, whew. I turned it way down as it was. But yeah, I mean, I was asking you guys, have you guys played PowerWash Simulator? And if you have you tried this new DLC? And I guess the good question is like, how, you know, have you been back to it anytime soon? You know, like when was the last time that you guys were in this game? You know, and does DLC bring you back? Because they have a ton on Flat Side. They have a ton of good DLC for this game, right? Like they have so much stuff, and you know they've brought SpongeBob now, which is awesome. And I would hope that we see some more of the stuff that they have on PC. Nice. There is something a little therapeutic about this game. I don't know. I got to give it to it. You know what I would love, though? And maybe I just don't know. Maybe you could do this and I just don't know it. But I would love to have my own music in this game. Like, let me come in here and have a YouTube channel or have, like, Spotify and just let me play music. That would be kind of sick. You just kind of come in here, listen to your tunes, and, like, just kind of zen out. What's up, Heroku? Jay Brat, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey, man, I miss your voice too, dude. For sure. I miss all you guys. Who else is in chat? Let me just say hello really quick. Who else we got here? We got Mr. Lord Beavis, Rogue TR, Salvador is here, VR Spry Guy, Michelle B. Let's see. Who else? Fourth Wall Breaker. What's up? How you doing? Salvador, I think I said. Jay Brat and Heroku. Roku said it's been on my wish list for a while since it came out. Keep telling myself don't buy it. Every time I go back to the store and you want to buy it, I know it's tough, man. It's tough. It's a cool one. Jay, have you checked out PowerWash Simulator? Are you a fan? Ooh, what's that? Oh, that's my ladder. I don't want that on. Oh my God, this is bugging out. Oh my God, this is bugging out. Get out of here, ladder. I don't want you. Wow, I'm inside the ladder. How do we do that? I don't want the ladder. I don't want the ladder yet. Go away. There we go. Just stay over there. Stay over there, ladder. Let's see what. I tried PowerWash too early when it was so unoptimized. It was more like Power Sickness Simulator. Oh man, that's cool. You're going to a show? That's sick. That's awesome. What's up, Chatty? How you doing? Thanks for lurking. Yeah, I mean they've definitely, this game is not, it is feels pretty good now. It's not vomit inducing at all. Like I don't get any motion sickness or anything like that in there. It feels pretty non-janky. Yeah, it all feels pretty good. But yeah, I mean, we're just talking about the volume and how I don't have any game volume on. Trust me, guys, you don't want to hear it. Like I've turned everything almost all the way down just because it's annoying listening to the, just the power washer going off. Like I actually don't want to hear that for like all this time. I turned it way down. I can barely hear it. I don't know. There is something like kind of therapeutic about doing this, I guess. I know that I have to power wash in real life. Like everybody has decks or patios that you got to power wash off, and it is not something I enjoy in real life. But I don't know. Somehow in VR, this kind of works, man. And I don't know. In Dreams doing this game, I think did a pretty good job. And like I said, if we see more DLC, I'm gonna be super stoked because I don't know if you guys have looked at some of the DLC that they have on the PC version of this game, but it's pretty damn cool, man. This is the Quest version I'm playing right now. Want to kind of show everybody the Quest version, but it's pretty damn good, man. And all that DLC they have flat. I mean, there's no guarantee that it comes to VR, but I'm almost like, why not, right? Like, I'm sure they did decent with this game, in Dreams. I'm sure they made some money on this. You know what I mean? So I'm sure they did well. So why not, if it's fairly easy to bring, a couple of DLCs of some of the cooler things, they already have the licenses on the flat. So I assume that they can probably, I mean, maybe they didn't, but I'm assuming they probably got the IPs for all platforms. So, once you have one, usually you can use it on all of them. So basically, it's just having the developers kind of build that DLC for the VR version, which is, it's not a built from the ground up game at that point, right? You're just adding new scenes in. It's not that much work. So if they can do it, why not do it? And then we see some of these super popular DLCs in here. Like I know they have like a whole bunch of cool ones. Like, who would want like a Jurassic Park one and you have to clean up dinosaur poop? That'd be cool. See, this is the part where it gets a little bit tedious for me. Like, you got to find like every like this spot right here. Like, I would have missed that completely. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man. So let's talk about the show tonight. No Q2C VR Gamer Live. I want everybody to know it's completely 100% Todd's fault. I blame him completely. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's kind of a slacker, and he needs to be flogged. I'm not even sure what flogging means, but I'm just going to say he needs to be flogged. No, seriously, we just we got kind of caught. We have an awesome show planned, and it's just going to be postponed till tomorrow. But we kind of got caught off guard a little bit. The guy that does our thumbnails, I usually try and give him the thumbnails pretty early on to do, and we didn't have a full show figured out. So I waited a few days to figure out if there was going to be any news. And then once some things happened and I kind of figured out my full show, I went to message him to get it done. And like, he had some issues and he was unable to get us a thumbnail. And like, literally it got to 8:00 tonight and I still didn't have a thumbnail to get a show page up. And I'm just like, like, Todd, what do we do? Like, I got no thumbnail. Todd tried to make a thumbnail and I'm like, that's not good. Todd did his best, but it just wasn't good. And like, I know it's only a thumbnail, but still you have to have a thumbnail to have a show page. And I don't want to put anything crappy out there. So, and we both had tomorrow night off. Like, we didn't have anything planned. So, instead of rushing it, and trying to like just hammer a show together. We're like, screw it. Why don't we just do it tomorrow? And that'll be fine. All right. How do I grab this ladder again? All right. Let me say, let me just chat with chat here real quick again, because I got to come out of the headset every time I do this. Meta, anytime you want to get me this the chat inside my headset, I'm fine. Let's see. Awesome Tatum, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Yes, grown men love power washing and SpongeBob, and you know, deal with that. I know. Hey, I'm in here, man. I'm in here. Yeah, Tatum, Friday party, man. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna do it a little bit earlier. We're gonna do 8 p.m. instead of 9 p.m. Because my plan is to do the show, you know, hour and a half, 2 hour show like we normally do. How do I grab this ladder again? Anybody know? Had it. No. Oh, there it is. Place and pick up equipment. There we go. All right, I got to put this equipment, like, how about right here? How do I place it? Oh, wait, I can't place it there? How about there? All right, I see you. Oh, it has to be, like, lit up green, right? Okay, there we go. How's that? Yeah, so we're going to do it a little bit earlier tomorrow. It's going to be 8 p.m. instead of 9 p.m. Eastern time, so we can maybe get a chance to go out and hang out after that and do some stuff. We are going to be talking about Riff XR tomorrow night, and if you guys have not been in Riff, I would recommend that you go jump in before the show tomorrow, because you'll have a way better idea of what we're talking about if you can jump in there. Or what I would do is this: get everything ready, and maybe we jump into Riff tomorrow night after the show as a huge group. So maybe we go do the show tomorrow night, hour and a half, 2 hour show. We have Genghis VR coming on tomorrow night to talk about Riff, because she actually works with Riff. So she's going to come on and talk. Maybe we get done, and then as a big, huge group, we go in and we jump in and hang out and do some Riff. Because guys, I was in there today with Genghis and with Wes Dillon and Skiva and Todd, and when I'm telling you guys, this is as close as we have right now to a Ready Player One type experience. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And I've been in VR chat, Resonite, Neos, all these things. I was more blown away by Riff XR than I have been about any of those. And I'll explain a little bit more about why tomorrow during the show. But damn, it was cool, man. It was super cool. Jay, see you tomorrow, man. Come hang out with us tomorrow. Come into Riff with us tomorrow, Jay, after. You're not doing anything after the show tomorrow night. That would be cool. It's going to take me 14 hours to clean this freaking pineapple. I do like the way they have this ladder, though. That's cool. It's just not a basic ladder. It's like this big, huge, like, scaffolding thing. It's pretty cool. How is that window still not clean? What am I missing? So just to let you guys know, I know there's no game volume, but trust me, I wouldn't be able to talk anyway, because I have to have the volume down so low because this freaking thing is so loud. I wouldn't be able to hear myself talk. But what else do we got for tomorrow? There's a ton of stuff to talk about. We have reports of the newest Apple Vision headset coming out. Not the Apple Vision Pro 2, but an Apple Vision Lite, or what I think it's going to be is what they call an Apple Vision Air, because everything's Air, right, with them? I don't know, maybe it's going to be Lite. Who knows? But we have some reports to talk about. I've got a little bit of news leak to talk about with that. And we got some images, maybe. Never seen before images. And what else are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about Todd and how much, you know, he just needs to like apologize to me because he said, I'm never gonna buy. I don't understand the Apple Vision Pro. I'm not buying one. I don't need one. Eric, you're wrong. I don't get it. I love my big screen. I don't need an Apple Vision Pro. I can do everything in my Quest that I can do in the Apple. No, I don't need it. Well, guess what Todd did? So he came here last weekend to Florida because we did a Meta event here in Florida. Shout out to Classy Grandma traveling 3 hours to come see us, by the way. So yeah, we did this event in Florida for Meta to kind of where we had to go do a meet and greet, had to go on stage, do some Q&A. This big event for PlayStation, Meta, Walmart, you know, and Xbox. I always hit the wrong button. And Todd traveled in from freaking Canada to go do this event. Freaking, he's crazy Canadian. All right. We'll light up. We'll light up. Huh? I gotta say, the ladder is still a little jankified. I would like that a little bit easier to control. But yeah, Todd traveled in all the way from freaking Canada, basically from one diagonal corner of the country, of not even our country, but a diagonal corner of the continent to the other, because he went from basically, you know, top left corner of the map to the bottom right corner of the map in Florida. And man, it's like a ton of hours. But he traveled all that way because, you know, Meta asked us to go for the Meta Quest Creator Program, to go and kind of like be there for people and hang out and kind of be, you know, show off the Quest there and represent, because we had PlayStation there and we had Xbox there, so they wanted to make sure they had good representation for Meta. And of course, when he's here, I put him in my headset, my Apple Vision Pro, to say, you know, hey dude, here it is, check it out. And so we're in my studio on Friday night before the event. It's late. He flew in late, so we're just kind of hanging out. I'm doing some work here on my computer, and he's in my Apple Vision Pro. And then him and Brad, sadly it's Bradley, get on a call inside the headset, and Brad starts walking Todd through every little tiny bit of that headset. And literally 3 hours later, I'm still working. Todd's still on the phone with Brad. And basically Todd's like, where's the closest Apple store? Because I got to go buy one now. So that happened. Like, and he owes me a huge apology still. And I'm never going to let him live it down. No, but seriously, he loves this headset. Like, even he used it a ton right while he was here when he got it. He used mine. And then when he, almost the whole time before he picked his up. And then when he picked his up, he used his like almost the whole time he was here. And then he got home, and basically he has lived in that headset since he's gotten it. And you know what? We were right. I was right when I said, Todd, there are certain things, yes, you can do in the Quest headset that you can do in the Apple Vision Pro, but it's not the same. If it was the same, then I would be like, yeah, no big deal. But it's not the same. There are things you cannot do in the Quest headset that you can do in this Apple Vision Pro. And then everything else that you think you can do, it's so much easier and it's so much better. Like, the UI is just so much better. It's like literally what we said. The difference is between like a Best Buy version of something and a Wish version of something. You know what I mean? Like, the Quest is great, but it doesn't do everything that the Apple Vision Pro can do. And the things it does do that are like the same, it just doesn't feel the same. It feels like it's like a lesser version of that. This is annoying getting inside this pineapple. Holy moly. I think I picked the hardest structure to start with to clean. Oh, I think I fell off. I almost fell off. I almost died. I gotta say though, if you're gonna do a game to like hang out and talk through and like just hang out, this is the game to do it, man. Like, Not like I'm shooting anything or like have to concentrate very much. I can just kind of sit here and veg out. Kind of do my thing. I just want chat. Like literally that's all I want. I would be happy right now if I didn't have to pull my headset off. And it is coming, to be fair. It's coming. We'll have it soon. Yeah, we're gonna have it. We're gonna have it soon. Yeah, things are happening with on that for streamers, and you know, Meta is trying to take care of the streamers as best they can. So, but I'm just like, get here already. Because that's, you know, that's when I'll want to stream. Like, I don't stream as much as I used to because a lot of times I have to stream Quest stuff. That, you know, kind of makes sense. But I don't particularly like to stream Quest stuff. I'd prefer to stream on Steam where I can see my chat, where I can have YouTube chat. But I think that'll be taken care of soon enough. But yeah, anyway, with the Apple Vision Pro and Todd, I mean, he owes me a huge apology. I should make him buy me something. I should make him buy an Apple Vision Pro to give away on the channel. That's a good idea. We should, everybody spam Todd and tell him he needs to buy an Apple Vision Pro for the channel. Okay, this is when the game gets like a little tedious now because like should be almost done with this thing. Like you're missing tiny little things like that. Like what am I missing on this thing that it hasn't clicked off yet? Got to be something underneath. Oh no, did it click off? Maybe it clicked off. I didn't see it. Oh my god, see a little bit of tiny shit right there? Look at that. Little tiny things like that. Gotta clean a box. Like what I'm listing like a tiny speck of dirt somewhere. Yeah, and we have Genghis coming on tomorrow night. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Wow, what was I missing there? Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Genghis VR has never been on the show. If you guys haven't seen her channel, it's a pretty awesome channel. She's got a huge following. She's super funny, and she's a good person, and she's a good friend. So we're gonna have her on to talk about Riff, and maybe we'll talk. We never had her on the channel like ever, so you know, I kind of wanted her to come on and talk about Riff, but I can't have that opportunity to have her on the show and not talk about her. So we're going to talk about her a little bit too, and then we'll talk, of course, a ton about Riff. Freaking had just a blast in there today. I want a jump button because I want to jump into that freaking thing and just clean it all. All right, let me just check out chat here a little bit. Let's see. Let's see what the chat is saying. Mepper is here. What's up, Mepper? How you doing, man? Oh, Michelle B, where were you that I could have picked you up? I would have come by and picked you up on the way. That would have been cool. I absolutely would have done that. Ender's V Arcade, what's going on? The way the scaffolding was rotated reminds me of a building in Fallout 4. Oh my god, everything's Fallout 4 right now, Enders. Brandon VR, we canceled the show for PowerWash Simulator. We did, yeah. We're not doing the show anymore. We're just going to do PowerWash Simulator, and I'm going to talk through it from now on forever. What else we got going on? Yeah, I'm so hooked on this game that I gotta. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm so hooked on this that we're canceling the show. Oh my god, I see a speck of dirt. You see it? Oh, look at that. Out of nowhere. Let's see. Heroku, I don't like fully. I don't doubt the AVP, but I'll stick with my wish. Apple Vision Pro. Look, yeah, I mean, even though I am not like saying anybody should go buy the Apple Vision Pro, I'm just saying that when everybody's like, "Well, my Quest Pro, my Quest can do that, and my Quest can do that, and my Quest can do that," it's just not exact. Like, so it's like I'm definitely okay not recommending it to people to go out and buy the Apple Vision Pro because of the price, but you can't keep, everybody can't keep saying, well, it does this and it does this, and it doesn't, my Quest does exactly the same thing, because it's just not, exact. Otherwise, trust me, Todd wouldn't have bought one. Let's see, Backsorn, how you doing, man? You know who else is coming? I know. Yeah, I know. My mom is always coming. Genghis is amazing and a badass. Yes, she definitely is a badass. Oh, no way. You're in Pinellas? No way. Michelle, we got to hook up. We got to go hang out. I actually talked, Michelle, this is kind of cool. So I talked to, have you guys ever heard of the Game Hers? The Game Hers is a women's gaming organization, and there's some amazing women in there who they're gamers, they're competitive gamers, they're esport gamers, they're live streamers, they're cosplayers. And it's like a big, huge organization. I don't know what I'm freaking missing here, guys. It's a big, huge organization, and I met one of them at the Game On experience at the for Meta and Walmart, and she was number one. She's freaking amazing. She's one of the coolest chicks I've ever met. Oh, look at that, a doorway. The doorway is pissing me off. Can I pick that up? Yeah, she's super cool. And there we go. How is this thing still not done? But yeah, she's super cool, and she lives here. She lives in Florida. She actually lives not far from like the Winter Garden area, because she actually teaches at a college called Full Sail, which is it's a college that like mainly focuses on entertainment and gaming. So like it teaches you how to be a broadcaster. It teaches you how to be a caster, where you're casting like esports. It teaches you how to do production. It teaches you how to do music production. And they have gaming courses to help you with gaming and learning how to do gaming and things like that. And she teaches there, and that's where they had the Ghost of Tabor launch party a couple of years ago, where I met Mickey Barrios in person, and Brad came and hung out. But yeah, she actually works there, and then she said there's a whole bunch of people in Florida that are into like gaming and VR, because she was actually really interested in VR, and she basically hung out in the Meta booth with us the whole time. And she's like, let's do a Florida like monthly get together in the industry. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start doing some kind of get-togethers and stuff. Oh, I just don't know what I'm missing, guys. I'm about to lose my shit. Anybody see a spot I'm missing? Oh, look at that! I just got another panel. It's like I don't like that panel just went off. Like, what did I miss there? That panel went off. But yeah, I think that would be super cool. Get a whole bunch of people together. There's a few of these of the people from the women from the Game Hers in Florida, and yeah, I was just super stoked to be part of that with them. Oh, look at that! You guys didn't even see that, did you? Helping me out, none you are. Yeah, and there's a few of them here, and I think we'll try and do some get-togethers every once a month. Go somewhere and hang out, and maybe go to an arcade or something like that, or a barcade. Just kind of get together in a central spot. I don't know what I'm missing now. Who knows? This is when all right, I'm moving on. I'm moving on because I don't want to do this. Man, Michelle B, I didn't know you were that close. Literally, I would have come and picked you up, seriously, and brought you to the event with us. Me and Todd drove. That would have been cool. Mickey, what's up, dude? Yeah, Mickey, that sounds cool, right? Like, I mean, you're here. Mickey's here in Florida. Michelle B. Classy Grandma is, not super close, but she's here in Florida. We got all these gamers there. There's a whole bunch of there's some developers here that we could get involved. Scott from Combat Waffle Studios is here in Florida. And a lot of that team will be moving to Florida as well. So some of the people that work at Combat Waffle will be around, and that'll be super cool. So yeah, I think doing get-togethers like that would be amazing. Backstorm says the game is so chill you lose your mind. I'm losing my mind because I can't find out what the freak I'm missing on this thing. I mean, come on. What am I missing? And my freaking OCD won't allow me to go back over and finish this one now because I want to finish this thing. I don't want to be defeated by this freaking pineapple. Look at the window. What did I miss? I missed something on that window. Who knows? Who knows? All right, I'm going to go up here one more time and look it down in, and then I'm moving on. It's got to be one of these petals, right? There's got to be like a little tiny speck of shit on one of these petals. On one of these leaves or whatever. Go up one more level. I will say though, the game, which I gave this game, kind of a hard time when it first launched, but I was like, come on, PowerWash and VR, it's way better than I thought it was. Especially for something like this, and it's multiplayer. You can get in with multiple people and play. I think maybe it's just 2 people, but either way, I think it's pretty damn cool. Like, there's nothing. Look, guys, look, there's nothing on this that I'm missing. Like, what am I missing? Oh my God, there was something on that one leaf I was missing. How is this thing not completed? And how am I spraying water in water, underwater? How is that working? I don't know. I don't know. I'm about to give up. I'm about to give up. So yeah, anyway, I don't ever like canceling shows, man. It just killed me. Me and Todd were talking. I'm like, I hate canceling shows. Took us forever to even cancel our first show ever, because we were away. So I hate doing it. Why can't I place you? I gotta say the ladder, little finicky on like how you can place this. Like, just go somewhere. Yeah, I hate canceling shows, but man, we were just like, it's not gonna work tonight. And we've been doing so well. Like, not that I wouldn't want to put, I would worry about didn't want to put on a good show for 40 people, but I want to make sure we have a good show. I mean, we're getting like hundreds of viewers, man. Like, I don't know if you guys realize, but last week when Brad was on the show, we had almost 700 people live watching. Our Twitter audience is crazy. We had 500 people in Twitter. I know we definitely got more because of Brad, and Brad shared it out. But we normally, just in Twitter, we still get like a couple hundred, even when it's our normal show. We get 200, 250 in Twitter, plus whatever we get in YouTube and Facebook. So, like, usually we're getting, sometimes we're getting, 150, 200 live on a normal show. And then, I don't know, last week it was Brad, but I think it was just a perfect storm because we've never had those numbers. It was 690 people at one point live across all the platforms. And that's one thing that's great about Restream is it actually tells us like what the total number is. So like on our screen, me and Todd's screen, we actually see, I'm giving up now, guys. I'm giving up. I can't do it. Yeah, me and Todd's screen, it actually shows like how many people are alive across all platforms. So it's just super cool to see. And man, I got to say, there's something with Twitter. Twitter is becoming like a viable streaming service. Like, and it's weird. We're not even streaming it to like our Q2. Well, yeah, we're not even streaming it to like a Q2C's Twitter. It's just my Twitter, my personal Twitter. But I think that's where X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, I think that's what they want to go to eventually. Like, I think they want to be a streaming platform like YouTube or Twitch or or TikTok. So I think they want to have some kind of streaming there. And to be fair, like for the VR industry, that's where a lot of the VR industry is. Like a lot of VR people, consumers, creators, developers, business people in the XR industry. That's where they go to, like, they're not going to Facebook, they're not going to Instagram, they're going to Twitter to post and to read posts and to follow people. So it's a pretty viable platform now. So yeah, I mean, so just in that, again, I don't care if I'm putting on a show for 10 people. I want to make sure it's really good, but I don't want to rush a show that's not ready. You know, then we look like crap. So I'm just better off waiting. And like I said, me and Todd had, I apologize for anybody who was like disappointed there's no show tonight. And that's kind of why I'm live streaming, because I wanted to have something for people. Because believe it or not, we get messages of people like, oh, it's too bad you weren't on tonight. You helped me get through my work shift, or you helped me get through my drive or whatever. Kind of get those messages all the time, which are super nice. But then I feel bad when we don't have a show, because I know there's people out there that kind of rely on it. So I do apologize to all the people that kind of were looking forward to a show tonight. But I think Friday nights will be a cool show. Hey, I'm just happy we're still doing a show. All these VR shows, all these VR podcasts that are kind of like either waning or, on a break or going out, and, you got to have content, and it's not easy to put these shows on, and it's a lot of work doing a podcast. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of effort. And that's why you see somebody like Virtual Strangers, man. Even before I got on Virtual Strangers, they've been doing it. Roots and West have been doing that show for 4 years, man. 4 years, almost 5 years, I think. There's it's a ton that goes into that show, but think about Sean and Tyler with Rendered Reality, and like, their lives just got to the point where they couldn't do a show anymore. You know what I mean? They're just like, we have so much going on in our personal lives, like it's just impossible to do a show. And I think they got to the point too where, like, we don't want to not have a good show. We don't want to have an unprepared show. So they're just like, prefer not to have a show at that point. And I know a lot of people miss that show. I was a watcher of that show. I loved. You're looking for stuff on Saturdays. There's not much out there. Sebastian goes live, but he's not. He's not consistent either. But I think he will be more consistent at some point. I think he's kind of away now, but you want to have shows, especially on a Saturday. And that Coffee and VR Saturday morning, hit a good spot for people. People will wake up, have coffee, listen to some VR chat, and then oh man, look at the bike. That's sick. The freaking water bike with the wheels. That's cool. But yeah, you want to have some VR to like go through your Saturday morning after you get up. And then you were catching the people in Europe who are like in their afternoon or in their early evening. So I think it was a smart time period, and I think we're gonna try and fill that a little bit. I think with Reality Bites, maybe within the next not in June. Well, probably not in May, and probably not in June. I mean, maybe in May. Maybe in May we get one Reality Bites in on a Saturday. But not in June. I'm going to be away almost the whole month of June. I don't even know how many Q2C VR Gamer lives we'll have in June, because I'm going to be away a ton in June. Look at this. This is cool with the dirt reflecting. It's like the dirt is in the same shape as the bike on the wall behind it. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I think we'll try and get one in, and then I think in like July and then in August, we'll definitely try and get some Reality Bites in. I think that'd be fun. Kind of fill that void a little bit. Because I miss it myself, man. Number one, I miss doing Reality Bites. Whether it's with GT all the time, or whenever he can come in, or we get some others to fill in. I think that would be cool. And then, Crewcast is now on a break. I mean, people love Crewcast, man. And we love doing Crewcast. It's a lot, right? When you're a full-time content creator, and then you have jobs and stuff on the side, it's tough to do these things all the time. And, You know, sometimes you just need a break. And to be fair, there's not a ton to talk about right now. I mean, just some games. So, you know, we will have other stuff coming up. So I think you know, you'll definitely see Crewcast, I think, again at some point. I just don't know when. But in the meantime, we'll try and fill it with some Reality Bites. Bring that back. I tried to get Dee on the stream with me tonight, but she was like, I want to go play Hades. I think she was going to stream on her own. Go stream some Hades. All right, let me check chat here again. Got to take a break every once in a while here and check chat. Let's see. Imagine, I like to imagine you're using a pistol shrimp on pressure wash. Okay. Hiroko, you're funny, dude. Let's see. Mickey's here, Mepper. Yeah, it is. Exactly, Mepper. Having OCD without being methodical enough must be tough. It is. It's driving me nuts. I'm looking over at this freaking pineapple and it's laughing at me right now because I can't find one speck of dirt on the damn thing. What's up, Tech? How you doing, man? Glad hockey's on. Yeah, now you have something to do besides watch me do this. Betty, what is up? I thought you were going to come in with me. I messaged you earlier. Daughter and I couldn't find a movie. Do you still need to clean Under the Sea? Yes, get in here, Betty. Definitely get in here. Myself and Betty and Skiva actually got together last night for it's been forever. We all have been super busy doing things, and we wanted to just kind of hang out. All kind of wanted to hang out with each other and play, and we got in and played some Contractors, man. There's nothing better when you have 3 people and you want to get into a game than Contractors. Oh my god, this is crazy. Like every speck of dirt you got to get off, like every tiny thing. Yeah, Betty, definitely get in here. I mean, I don't know how much longer I'm going to go, but get in here for a little while at least. I've been playing this other roguelite. You know, it's a flat game, but I've been playing it on my Apple Vision Pro in the headset, and it's Unreal 4 engine, and I've been using the Unreal Injector to play it in VR, and that is a game called Soul Slinger. It is awesome. It's like kind of a Western meets like Afterlife, where you're envoy. It's Soul Slinger, Envoy of Death is the whole title, and basically that's what it is. You're an envoy of death who sends you out into purgatory to deal with these other demons that are like taking souls as they try to cross over, and they're stealing their essence and not allowing them to cross over. So you're like having to go in and like take these demons down, and it's a roguelite, and it's super well done, man. I love roguelites, especially when they're done well and you have a good gameplay loop. And it reminds me of Hades, just not in the way it looks, because it's not top down like Hades is, but the gameplay and the loop and the feel of like how you die and you come back, and you know, you kind of like have to just keep building yourself and getting better weapons. It feels quite a bit like that. But where it differs from Hades, which is, you know, Hades I liked, but I mean, where I want to be a first-person shooter, it's got great gunplay, and it's got great movement, where you got this dash. You have a jump and a dash ability, kind of like a thing. And you can actually get other perks where you get a double jump. You know, you give up your dash, but you get this double jump, which is amazing. But yeah, the movement is so cool. The maps are amazing. It looks fantastic in the, you know, on the headset. It's only PC VR right now. Played with UEVR, and it's only on PC flat, but it looks so good. And shout out to the developer for sending me a key to that. And maybe I'll stream that at some point. I've been talking about it so much. I'd love to stream it for everybody so they can check it out. Again, I'll stream it in VR. Maybe Saturday night. Oh no, wait, we got Virtual Strangers Saturday. Maybe Sunday. Oh man. Gonna need to get that scaffolding back here in a minute. I'm running out of like space I can get with my arms. All right, let's get the scaffolding back over here. Nice. Yeah, Betty, if you're out there, get in here. It'd be cool. Let me just check and see if Betty's trying to send me a message. I don't know how I get you into this game, Betty. Let's see. Betty says, be there soon. Installing now. Oh, you have to install it. Okay, I got you. I don't have anything on my Quest 2. Oh, I know. You got to be careful, and you don't know how much you can keep on there. Backthorn VR says, in terms of flat games, I've been dumping all my time into Medieval Dynasty. Nice. I did see that. Medieval Dynasty. And wasn't there a VR version of Medieval Dynasty? That just came out recently? It was something Dynasty. Maybe it was a Medieval Dynasty. I don't know. We are about to get into that weird time where I don't know how many great, releases that we're gonna see, right? Like we're you might, May might be still pretty good. I think May still has some good ones to drop. June, I think we'll see some decent ones in early June. But when you get into the hot dog days of June, July, and August, nobody wants to drop new games because this is the time of year where people do have a tendency to get out of the headset a little bit because it's so freaking hot. And a lot of the world doesn't have air conditioning, which I couldn't even imagine not having air conditioning living here in Florida. But yeah, a lot of people don't. So, at that point when it's like 80 degrees in your house, I mean, you don't want to put on a heavy, hot headset. Now I think it will get better as now the headsets are a little bit lighter and you'll be able to stay in them more, especially with the, when we get that next iteration of headset that's even smaller. But yeah, I mean, you have those months, so it's gonna be like most of June, definitely July, and most of August, where it's just kind of a dead zone. And we'll see games still, but it just won't be the amount that you're seeing now. Because we are seeing a ton of games right now. Like I think it's been a fairly good year so far. For certain platforms. I wouldn't say every platform, but for certain platforms, I think it's been a pretty decent year. I've been very surprised with some of the releases. I've been enjoying some games this year for sure already. Let's take Madison for an example. We talked a ton about Madison last week on Virtual Strangers, and some other shows, and that is just it's just a great freaking game. And you can play it on PC now. I know it was, which I haven't yet. I've only played it on PlayStation. But you can play it on PC now. So hopefully we'll see more people getting into it now on PC. But man, what a great game. Literally could be one of the scariest games I've ever played. It's just got some certain scares in there that just blow me away. And then the puzzle solving is great, but That's one of the ones that, like, you know, that's why I say it's been a good year so far. I mean, these. Oh, that's cool. Look at that with the little SpongeBob's little chair up here. Are these only two things I have to clean here? Don't make me have to go back to that other thing. That'll kill me. But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, we've had a good year so far with some of these games, and you know, we have something like Madison Drop that potentially could be game of the year right now on PlayStation and maybe on PC. Um, I would say I don't know of anything that's dropped so far that even compares with Madison. Now again, I haven't played the PC version yet. I have access to it. I just haven't had a chance to play it. And I will try it. I am gonna clean so much out of this thing. It's gonna be amazing. Cleaning the crud. Let's soap it up first. This is where Squidward hangs out, right? Squidward hangs out up here, gets a little sun. Oh no, I almost fell off. All right, we gotta go down and move this thing. Oh man, this thing better be clean soon. I have the whole side here. I didn't even realize. Oh my god, it's gonna take me forever. All right, this scaffolding is like issue. I have issues here. I have issues with the scaffolding. This needs to be a little bit easier to mess around with. Everything else is really good. The scaffolding gives me a little bit of, you know, gives me a little bit of agita. Betty, let me know when you're ready. Man, this thing's huge. Yeah, I think this is the only two things to... Oh, no, we got this thing, too. Oh, yeah, look at that. We're getting somewhere now, I'm telling you. Betty, I'm going to be done cleaning by the time you get in here. So, yeah, I think we're going to have a pretty good show tomorrow. Genghis, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, like with Apple Vision Pro. We got some stuff to talk about with some new headsets. You know, there's a leak and a rumor about, you know, a new Pico headset. You know, in the Pico 4 line. Just rumors, no official announcements yet from Pico, but I feel that's pretty darn interesting. You know, given the fact that we, you know, recently we thought so, like, I don't know. For me, I thought Pico was in huge trouble. Like, the fact that they're putting another headset out is, you know, pretty good news. You know, and like, I know they had talked about at one time doing like another type of headset also that was going to be like a somewhat of a competitor with the Apple Vision Pro. So I know they said they canceled that, but I mean, who knows? That may not be off the table. So we might see a few things from Pico, which is a little bit surprising. I mean, I want Pico to be good. Like, I want Pico to have a good, viable store. I want Pico to be in North America is what I want. Like, I don't know. The government, it just gets in the way of these things sometimes. Like, I mean, I know there's a lot to it with ByteDance and, like, what ByteDance is and what they do. Literally, I really wish ByteDance would sell Pico. I've said it before. I really wish they would just sell. Because that's the only holdup with Pico. If ByteDance just sold Pico as a company off, we would have Pico in the North America. And then things change drastically. Like, the store becomes viable. Companies will want to put things there. Right now, there's not a lot of incentive for. There's not a ton of incentives for developers to like do a lot of work to go put their stuff on the store. Unfortunately, just because they're not in North America. We need them to be in North America. When they do really well in China, but the Chinese market is not the North American market. There's more people, but they don't buy games like. Wow, look at all that crud right there. How did I miss that? Oh my god, this is so tedious. Let's see. What's Betty say? Betty. I'm here, but I don't see you on my friends list. When I click on join a player, go up. I may have to invite you, Betty, unless you have this this thing. Let me see if I can invite you, Betty. Let's see. Friends playing. You can't find me when it says friends playing? Oh, you know what? I don't see you there either. That's weird. Oh, wait. I have co-op off. That's why. There we go. All right, Betty, see if you can find me now. For some reason, co-op was off. Let me see if I can invite you. I need you to help me figure this shit out. Okay. Something went wrong. Please try again. Okay. Obviously, something went wrong. Maybe I can invite you. I don't know. Telling me something went wrong when I try and invite you. Waiting for the assistant. Yeah, something went wrong. Betty, can you find me now and join me? Since I turned co-op on. Man, Contractors was fun last night with Skiva and Betty. Now, we got our asses kicked. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, we got our asses kicked. And here's one of the issues that Contractors has to figure out quickly. They have been doing beta testing for this game for a long time. I started beta testing this game mid last year, okay? And you've had quite a few in there. And most of the people that get into the beta tests are, guess what? They're good players, right? So they've had access to this game for the better part of 6 months. And guess what? They're really good. I mean, they're good as it is because they're just good. They're good FPS players, and they're good. They're good. They're good battle royale players. I mean, a lot of these guys are probably pop 1 players, and even the ones that maybe weren't great, they know the map now because they've been playing it so long. So they have map knowledge, they have weapon knowledge, they move a lot faster and a lot quicker because they're used to it. They know the guns, they know how they shoot, and they're basically just dominating in these maps. And like literally, with Contractors Showdown, you get in with nothing. Everybody starts with the same. So you come in with nothing, absolutely nothing, and you have to go loot, you know, just like most of the battle royals out there, you have, you know, PUBG or whatever. You got to go loot and you got to find your weapons. So everybody's going in with the same. Everybody's getting the same gear as long as you do your good job finding gear and finding, you know, things to add on to it, like your scopes and your you know, silencers and your muzzle brakes and your things to make the weapon better. But like literally, guys are melting me in there. Like I'm getting the job. I'm getting the drop on them. I'm shooting them first. I'm just like zeroed down the sights and I'm shooting them directly in the chest or the head. And I'm doing damage, but not enough to down them. And literally, it's like, it feels like to me like they're one-shotting me and I'm down. So like, I'm doing everything right. Like I'm getting myself in a good position. I hear them. I see them. I get the drop on them. I start shooting them first. And I'm nailing them because I see the hit markers. I see the blood coming off as hit markers. And then literally they turn, they shoot at me once, and I'm down. And, you know, Skiva and Betty saw this, and I'm just like, they felt the same way. Like, I don't know what is the difference. You know, I'm played it up just like everybody else. You know, you can level in the game. Like I'm only like level 5 or level 6 or something like that. Because I lost all my progress. But I don't know if leveling and getting XP mean that you're any different when you start the game. It shouldn't be. Otherwise, it's unfair and unbalanced of that way. So I assume that everybody starts the same no matter what their level. Like, you know, in the Battle Royal. So I don't know. I literally don't know what it is. You know, are they just getting lucky and getting a headshot on me and downing me? But it seems like everybody, and that could be. Maybe there's everybody that's in there are super sweaty players that are just super good now. But like, if I get the drop, and that's the thing too, right? If I get the drop on a player, ooh, look at this. If I get the drop on a player and do everything right, and I still lose the fight, that's a problem for the game. Like literally, because you know what? That's going to make me not want to go back to it. Like if I'm doing everything right and I'm, you know, nailing somebody, they should be downed. And if it doesn't happen, I'm going to get frustrated and I won't go back. Now, Contractors is good enough where most people will give it the benefit of the doubt, but there will get to a point where you have too many sweaty players, or if you have this issue where you just can't do enough damage to drop people, and then the good ones are dropping you in like 2 shots, where you will start to lose people. So I think they need rank-based matchmaking, which is tough to do. I get on a 60 player map with multiple with multiple instances. How many players you got playing at one time? When you have to fill 60 players on a map, it's tough to do matchmaking because then you got to make sure that you have a lot of the close ranked players so you can lump them in together. But literally, again, this is a skill-based game to where if I go in there as a casual player and want to hang out and have fun, and I can't because there's so many sweaty players in there, you're gonna lose people. I don't care how good the game is. I literally if I don't feel like I have a chance to win, even if I do everything right, then I won't play. I just won't. There's too many other things I can play. All right, let me check chat again now. Sorry, I went off on a thing there. Betty, I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry. Multiplayer must be broken. I don't see you online, and I've been sending you an invite. That got in the game, but got the same error you do. Yeah, let me try it one more time. That is so weird. Maybe multiplayer is broken. That is a bummer if we went through all that for you and then multiplayer is broken. All right, let me all right, let's look one more time. Invite friend. And then it just spins and it says, you know, error. It gives me an error. And it won't give me my friends list. Mother effers. How dare they? Yeah, something went wrong. Please try again. OVR code OVR 1003. I don't know. It's a bummer. I'm sorry, Betty. I wanted to get you in here. I was planning on streaming this, you know, just on a normal night anyway. Oh my God, look at this. I missed all this. And I had talked to Betty about it. And I didn't have a chance to do it on that normal night. So, and I figured this would be a good night to do it. You know what we could do, Betty? We could go into Mother Gunship Forge for a little while together. That we could do. How long have we been streaming now? Oh my god, it's almost 11 o'clock. I think I got to be done. But let's we definitely need to do some other Gunship Forge. All right, let me. Oh, look. So yeah, I am super happy with Contractors. I just again, I think they will. These guys, Caveman Studios, are smart enough to realize that they need to make sure they have rank base. You know, you want to be going up against players of similar rank. You know, you don't want to be going up against super sweaties all the time. That was one of the problems with Pop 1, right? Like, I don't want to go in there and feel like I have no chance to win. If I do that, then I won't go back. And you have to have room for casual gamers who are not going to spend hundreds of hours in a game. And I know people are like, just get good, Mash. You know what I mean? Get good, then you don't have to worry about it. I get that, and I'm okay with that. But guess what? I don't have time to get good. Like, literally don't. Like, I have to move on at some point. If I had time, if I could spend all my time in there, I would be fine. I'm sure I would be fine. I would be good. I would be one of those people that's probably super sweaty, killing all the new people coming in. You know what I mean? You know, and being vicious about it. But I don't have the time. I just don't. And there's a lot of people like me that don't want to be like, there's a lot of people that don't want to put 100 hours into a game, you know, to go in and have fun. Like, they want to play it casually, and you just can't. Like, you know, if it's not done properly. Please tell me the thing. I got to be done with this thing, right? How am I not done with this thing? That's a bummer about the multiplayer. Oh, man. All right, let's make a little walk around here. Oh, is that something? I gotta be missing something. Something on the bike? I never saw the bike go off either. I don't know. I don't think I missed anything on the bike. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, when you complete a building, it does like tell you completed the building, right? I don't know. I mean, I think I did everything. Ah, it's such a bummer, Betty. We were sweaty in Ghost of Tabor, Betty. You're not kidding. We were super sweaties in there. Which was awesome, man. I love doing that. Inferno 9, what is going on, man? How you doing? Go to the menu, look at the items, look for the ones that aren't 100%, select them, and they will flash. That's cheating, bro. I am not a cheater. Is there a bit left on one of the portholes? What were you calling a porthole? No, I'm just kidding. It was a blast. I know. Betty, you remember when we snuck up on those guys and Ghost of Tabor in the vault room? Remember that? We snuck up on those guys. They were so happy. They had all this loot. And we snuck up on them real quiet, and we literally just beat the shit out of them. Like, they had no chance. Is there some left on the portholes? I don't know, man. I think I got all the portholes. All right, let's cheat. Let's go to the menu. Ooh, no, inventory menu. Let's see. Where do I go now? I go to where? Oh, look at all the ones I haven't earned. Oh my god. That's all on Patrick's house, though. So what haven't I earned on Squidward's house? Okay, it's only a couple of things. The roof chair. The roof chair, the steps. Where's the steps? And yeah, you're right. One of the portholes. Damn it. How am I missing a porthole? Oh, look at that. I see a little dirt right there. Oh, that wasn't it though, man. There wasn't dirt there though. You got to get every nook and cranny. Is that the only portholes there were? It was only the two, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's only two portholes. Freaking porthole. Let me move this thing a little bit over here. To this porthole. I'd like to move a little bit faster too. We could work on that in dreams. I'd like to be able to walk a little faster. Now come on, that port. Oh no, look at it. Look at all the dirt. Just needed to move the ladder mash. Dumbass. Move the ladder. That was the issue. Look at it all right there. Look at that. There we go. Look at that. Good call. Whoever said, look at, there was some dirt on the portholes. Okay, and then they said the stairs, right? Where the frick are the stairs? Are there stairs out front, like a patio out front? There's no stairs. Oh, there is stairs. Look, I didn't even notice. I'm not sure I'd consider these stairs, folks. I mean, it seems more like a walkway to me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's look again. Where are we at now with the roof chair? I'm missing the roof chair. That's it. On this, I'm just missing the roof chair. All right, let's get this a little bit closer. So that's the other thing too, is like you can't see shit from every angle. So like you have to move this thing constantly. And this is it too, is if you're gonna make me move this thing constantly, which is fine, make it easy for me to move. Like this thing's a little wonky when I want to go try and move things. Oh yeah, it did. It glowed. Whoever said that, I don't remember who in chat was saying that. But yeah, I just saw it glow. There it is. So it doesn't tell me the whole thing is done though. Like it should tell me that whole thing is done now. That's a little bit of a bummer. Like I've completed Squidward's house now. That's everything, right? Yeah, because all I have is SpongeBob's. So what are we missing on SpongeBob's house? The rear blower nozzle, the reef blower, and the path. I thought I did the path. How dare they? The garage door, the front door handle. Oh my god, I'm looking at all this shit I'm missing on SpongeBob's house. The bubble sign? What the hell? Bogus, I tell you. How did I not get the path? Oh, look at the path. It's still dirty. Very interesting. There we go. Said I missed the door handle. So what am I missing? Oh, look at that. The hose. What on the hose am I missing? Oh my God! One little tiny speck of dirt that I can't even see. All right, what did this say? Something about the garage door? Oh, look at that! Yeah, something on the garage door. I gotta be getting close now, right? What was the rest? You guys remember the rest? Front door handle and the front door, and then the bubble stand sign. Bubble stand sign. Where's the bubble stand sign? Oh yeah. Oh, I know. Underneath. Whenever you don't know where something is in this game, it's underneath. Oh, I bet you it's on top now too. Need that ladder. Boy, I need that little step stool back. Where's that step stool, guys? There it is. Oh yeah. There we go. You got to be so meticulous in this game. All right. Okay, what did it say? The doorknob? There's no doorknob. Oh, I guess there is. Oh, come on. I thought there was nothing left on there. No way. Oh my God. Like, I'm just spraying. I don't see anything. There's nothing. Shit, man. There's nothing there. All right, let's see where we are. This is crazy. Bubble stand container and the bubble. This bubble stand still not done? Get the fuck. But get the. What's not done? Okay, there's the container. How am I missing the bubble stand? Oh, look at that. SpongeBob. I don't know. You're rough, dude. I think there is a free play mode too where you don't have to be so specific. I think that did it. That's everything. Nice. Very interesting, this game. I don't know. I don't know. Let me let's chat here a little bit. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Hiroku says should be able to get good in a non-sweat lobby. That's it is, right? Like, even if you want to get good, like, you should be able to like practice and get in there like with an easier lobby with a bunch of noobs with you, so you kind of like all get good together. You get in there and get owned every time. It's just not fun, man. Chatty says a gun stock is what I was trying to remember the word. Seems like for serious shooters they use gun stocks. Yeah, and Contractors is one of the games I do recommend you get a gun stock. And to be honest, because of I wasn't using my Quest Pro controllers. I've been using the Quest 3 controllers, and I normally use TAS's quick aim, and I don't have it set up to where it'll work with the quick aim with the Quest 3 controllers because of the straps that I have on there. I need to figure that out, because I do think a gun stock, especially in Contractors, where you have shots that are far away and you can be super accurate, and it does give you an advantage if you have a gun stock. Betty says it was a blast. It was. Ghost of Tabor. I missed those times. We did. We so ruined those guys' day. Distracted. Man, I wish this and lawn mowing sim would come to PSVR 2. I do too. I agree. You know, I just don't know. Like, I know Wes and I have conversations all the time about PlayStation VR 2. And I love the headset. I think it's a great headset. My issue is not with the headset. I think it's a really, really good headset that I think is fairly priced. And that, it's probably one of the best headsets out there that has some of the best games out there. My issue is with Sony. Like, Sony completely dropped the ball with this headset. Like, and we never give these companies passes. Like, how many times have we killed like HTC for coming out with a crappy headset? And we're like, man, they always get it wrong. How many times have we killed Pimax and like, oh, they just get it wrong? And then here's the deal: PlayStation gets it right. They put out a good headset. I mean, you can debate whether they should have went wireless or not, but I think they came out with a good headset and they did it right. The problem is they didn't support it. So it's like they were like, let's put it out there and see what happens, but let's not show it to anybody, or let's not incentivize anybody to buy it in any way. Or let's not incentivize developers to go develop for the platform in any way, and not support them. It just feels like it's an afterthought. That's my biggest issue with PlayStation. Like, if they, and here's what happens when you get a big company that has several different people at leadership and they don't agree on a path. So I guarantee this is what happened. They decided to make a PlayStation VR 2. Somebody spearheaded this project, got somebody up top wanting to go through it too, and either that person moved on or they lost their excitement for it, and now it's like sheep and you have no shepherd to lead them. So there's no voice that says this is what we need to do to make this thing successful. There's no leadership at the top to say this is what we need to do, and if we do these things, we support these things, this will happen. So what happens is you have a bunch of sheep wandering around, not knowing what to go, not knowing what to do, not putting anything behind it, not supporting the developers to put these great games on there, not investing anything in the ecosystem to make sure that it's a great platform continually, not just the launch titles. You have to continue to support it. And that's what it seems like to me. It seems like nobody wants to step up and say, this is what we need to do. It seems like you have a lot of people who are like, meh, okay. Like, it seems like they're resigned to the fact that they're just done with the headset, and whether if it fails or succeed is going to be out of their hands. They're just going to let it happen. And you can't do that, like, especially in the ecosystem now where Meta has a big, huge foothold, and to me, it's debatable whether last gen devices, whether it was PlayStation or whether it was Oculus, who really won that out. I think it's, I think Oculus came on at the end of the life cycle and really kind of probably took it. But for a long time, PlayStation was the better place for good games, and it was where more headsets were sold. At one time, kind of before the standalone came, and and before Quest 2 kind of took over. And that is probably merely just the fact that they waited so long to have another headset. And then they kind of stopped supporting games on the old headset too. So to me, I mean, this is PlayStation had something. They absolutely had something. All they had to do was support it, and they chose not to. And that's unfortunate. I hope I'm wrong. I mean, I hope they continue to support it in some way. I hope we get new leadership who decides to do something. I want to see them put it on sale. I want to see them do, more pack in great games to promote it. I want to see them do some advertising. I want to see them do, I don't know, get some big. I want to see them bring some more bigger IPs in to like really entice people to get in and play this. Like they get a good job with Resident Evil 4. They do a good job with Resident Evil 8. Horizon Call of the Mountain is great, but you have to continue. You have to you can't let things die, and you can't not have a roadmap for people. Like nobody knows what's going on. Like if you're out there right now, like, oh man, should I go buy a PlayStation VR 2? And especially if you don't own a PlayStation, man, I would have zero faith right now that I should go buy this headset. Like if you don't have one and you're like, should I buy one? Damn, I would be like, I don't feel comfortable spending that kind of money on a headset that I don't feel like, I don't know where they're going. Like, yes, I can go play the games that are currently out there, but I don't want to spend that kind of money on just those games. I would like to know that they're going to give me more games or a better variety, or they're going to continue to support it. I mean, we're not even a year in yet, and it already feels like they've decided to kind of abandon it. I mean, they've already said they're not making any more currently because they want to get through the stock they have, but they have not continued to put it on sale yet. I mean, if you're not making any more because you have that much inventory, but you're not putting it on sale, again, that's like leadership. Who's leading that? You know, what are you waiting for at this point? So that's my biggest thing. I want more for PlayStation. I think it's a great headset. I think some of the best games that I saw in 2023, and I said we're not even a year. We're about a year. I think March was a year, right? Whenever it launched. We're a little over a year. Sorry about that. I misspoke, but yeah, so we're a little over a year. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, where are we going? We're just over a year in, and where are we going? Like, there's nothing on the horizon that I know about that I'm like, wow, I can't wait for that to come. And then we continue to get these surprises by an indie studio that does Madison. But I don't know how much that was the studio's want to do it, or how much PlayStation or Sony was involved. But I would say there's probably not a ton. They just decided they wanted to put it on there. Sony needs to go out and start looking for these developers. They should be going out and talking to Caveman Studios right now and saying, what do we need to do to get this on our headset? What do we need to do? How can we help you? How can we help you get this on our headset? And then you help them go promote it and tell everybody this is freaking Warzone in VR, and get your flat players to come in and play. And that's how you sell some headsets. But Jesus, I mean, if I got to figure this out for them, who's leading the ship, man? But it's a great headset. It is a great headset. I was talking, you know who I was talking to through messaging was Mike Newton, Q Creator. And he just messaged me and said, there's so many PlayStation 5s and so many PlayStation VR 2s on eBay for like a couple $100 that literally I think you could go get a PlayStation 5 and a PlayStation VR 2 on eBay for probably right around what it would cost for a brand new headset. So I think right around $500 to $600 you could probably get them off eBay. And he's like, I'm thinking about going to get it now. Because that's the thing too, right? It's if you don't have a PlayStation 5 right now, it's currently still $600 or $1,000, over $1,000 with tax to go do that, to go get that headset. You know, that's the problem. Like, drop the price, put it on sale, sell a whole bunch more. You sell a whole bunch more, that means people buy them. That means people buy games. That means developers want to develop for the platform because they're making money. That's how you do it. But shit, man, if I have to tell Sony this is how you'd have to do it, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I'm a developer now. Like, we're developers. Impact Reality and Flat to VR Studios, we're developing games, and I want to go support the platform. But you have to make it fiscally valid for me to support to go to that platform, because guess what? It costs money. So if Impact Reality and Flat to VR spends a ton of money to go take a game and put it on that platform, but we don't think we can make any money out of it, how do we make that decision? You know, and we're going to support it, but you know, how long do we support it for? If Sony still doesn't continue to support it and sales don't do well, I mean, when do developers just start noping out? You know, and I'm a champion of VR. I want to support all these things. I want to make sure that every platform is good. I want to support Pico. I want to support, you know, Pimax. But at some point, you know, as a developer, you have to be fiscally responsible. You can't just throw money away. You know, a lot of these developers don't have enough money to do that. So, oh my God, you guys got me on a PlayStation rant, man. Ugh, who did this? Who did this to me? All right, let me look at chat, because it is 11 o'clock now. Backstory. I'm really says I'm really cautious how Sony will bring PC support to PlayStation VR 2, because then I'll get it get it almost for sure. Oh, I'm really curious. Yeah, that will absolutely help. With it, I was talking to somebody the other day who has a Quest but mainly as a flat gamer, plays a lot of Helldivers, has a crew that he plays Warzone with. But he does have a Quest, or no, he does have a PlayStation VR 2. But he said he hardly ever uses it. He mainly plays PlayStation flat for flat games. And then I told him that, you know, they're going to open this thing up to PC, and that you'll be able to play your PlayStation VR 2 with all the Steam games, and some Epic games too, most likely. And he was freaking out because he's like, "Oh man, you mean I can go play Half-Life Alyx?" And I'm like, "Yes, you can." You know, so even players who are not in the Steam ecosystem know Half-Life Alyx. So I mean, that's a big thing for him. So if that gets somebody who has now taken that headset, bought it, but then put it in the closet because he's moved on to flat games that are just better right now, and there's not a lot of new stuff to play. If that brings him back to the table and that gets him buying games, again, it's a cycle. If that gets him buying games, the developers make more money, and developers can then support the platform, and then everybody starts to do well. You know what I mean? So players get the games, the developers get the money so they can continue to make games, and then Sony makes money on headsets. That's the cycle. That's what you have to do it. But Sony has to drive that ship. Like, they have to drive it. If there's nobody driving the ship, there's nobody going to buy them. What's up, Todd? How you doing, man? I know I've been ranting here for like the last 15 minutes. I don't even know the chat's going on. I'm going to head out. My friend and my daughter for the movie. Okay, that's cool, Betty. Thank you. I'm sorry you couldn't get in here, Betty. I blame Creeper Betty for the PSVR 2 rant. I do too, Todd. Completely. Betty, it's your fault. Heroku, is it really a good... is it really a good stream if we can't get Eric in a rant? That's true. That is true. But all good things come to an end, and I think this stream has come to an end. This has been a lot of fun, but guess what? I actually have to go back to work, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'd prefer just to stay in here or go into Soul Slinger in my Apple Vision Pro or do something else, and I think we got a lot of stuff done here tonight. We talked about a lot of stuff. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. This was cool. I'm glad we got a chance to do it. Go check this out, man. This is, if you haven't played PowerWash Simulator, it is a recommend for me. I think it's fun. Like I just had a blast just doing this and talking to you guys tonight. So I think it is definitely a cool thing. But go check out PowerWash Simulator. Go check out the SpongeBob thing, DLC. And I will cross my fingers and I will hope that we will see some more DLC from nDreams for PowerWash Simulator, because they have a ton. And the more DLC we see, the more people will get in, will buy games, which will be great. So another cycle. We love the cycles. All right, everybody, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Remember, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Friday for Q2C VR Gamer Live. We have Genghis VR to talk about Riff XR. We're going to talk some on the new Apple Vision Pro, the affordable one that maybe you will be buying. Maybe we have some images. Maybe we have some images of a possible Apple Vision Lite, an Apple Vision Lite. Stay tuned tomorrow night, Q2C VR Gamer Live. Myself, Todd D. Until then, we'll see you guys.